Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and welcome to September's Appreciation Live Show, where I give back and thank everyone, absolutely everyone, from Patreon members to subscribers to just the random Joe who stumbles on one of my videos. So thank you all very much, and thank you all for being here tonight and being 2 hours late. Let me catch up on chat really quick. I'm sure I'm going to miss a ton of people, just because some people were here early and left. Alan Curie, Weez, and HD Chevrolet, thank you both for being here earlier. Donna, thank you for still being here. I appreciate it. Joel Jeffrey, how's it going? Thank you for being here. Reg Lab, Joey Brown, Charles King, Rich, the A3 Sky Warrior, how's it going? Mama Bird. All right, here. Here, we're just going to pin the hidden message tonight. So, since it's just, we'll just do that. Make it easier. SRIP63, how's it going? Refotris, how's it going? Brian Phillips, Gentleman Prospector, how's it going, Ken? You're not going to see any shiny gold tonight. Well, actually, you will. Actually, I will. Here, I'll put some shiny up on the screen. Let me put some shiny up. Here, we'll put that shiny up screen, because we're not doing any panning tonight. Tonight is just the live show where I give back. First Tuesday every month, I just give back to the community to thank everyone for what they do for me and my channel. So, Home's doing prospecting. How's it going? Yeah. Randy Klatt, how's it going? Stephen LeBlanc, Jason G, thank you all for joining the show. Yeah, I got power about 15 minutes after I left. Like 15 minutes. As soon as I was at the grocery store, I get a text message saying, "Oh, you have power back." I was like, oh. I was like, you suck. But I mean, it was early, because actually before, when I'd said it was going to be back for 8, they'd actually told me 8:30, but I was being optimistic that they'd get it done for 8, but it was, what are you going to do? Here, let me pop out chat and move it over. I can do this show. All right. So again, tonight we're just going to be thanking everyone for supporting me on Patreon. I really do appreciate it, and how much I think it's needed that we have people that do Paydirt reviews and people that support people that do Paydirt reviews. Because I noticed something the other day. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to throw anybody underneath the bus or something like that. But somebody did a review on the Peking Doe. I can't remember her name. One of the girls from one of the Whitewater gold prospecting show. She's had some Paydirt on Etsy, and I've talked to her a few times with an alias, with a dummy email account. I've been talking to her since she started selling Paydirt. And somebody just did a review on her and got like a 1 gram out of a half gram bag. And I thought, well, that's kind of weird, because when I talked to her, when she first started selling, I kept asking her, like, how much gold is in these bags? Is there more than a half gram? Because her prices are pretty high. Her prices were pretty high for a half gram bag of Paydirt. It was like $80 for a half gram bag of Paydirt. And this was last year when gold was like $70. So, and she was like, no. She's like, you get a half gram. I'm going to start selling a 1 gram bag eventually. And then she did. And when she listed the 1 gram bag, it was like $135. It was almost double the price, but a little bit cheaper. So when somebody just did a review where she's selling a half gram bag and they got a full gram, I thought, well, that's a little suspicious. So I looked through all of her feedback on Etsy, and they have a ton of feedback from everyone that bought a half a gram bag from her. And they all say, I found 0.53, 0.52, 0.51. I've found 0.505, things like that. Every single one is right at 0.5. And yet someone who ordered Paydirt in their own name and happens to have a review channel got an over a gram. So then I looked up reviews, and there's only one other person who did a review on her. And guess what? They ordered it in their name and got a gram too. So, that's how much I appreciate everyone that, keeps me doing honest reviews and telling people the good Paydirts, the bad Paydirts, and everything in between. Culver Prospecting, how's it going? HD Chevrolet, thank you for being back. Chris W. No comments are going through. Just par for the course. Par for the course tonight. Here, let me go fix that. I don't know why it does that, because when you're setting up the hidden video, it asks you, do you want comments? And I say, yes, I want comments to go through. And then every time it's set up, it just doesn't work. And I always forget I have to go back and re-edit it again. But here, let's go. You know, it's so goofy. Like, why ask if you're going to automatically set it to no comments allowed every single time? Then just don't even ask me when I'm setting it up. There we go. That should work. Thank you, HD. I appreciate that, brother. All right. All the comments are going through. And again, make sure you go leave a comment in the hidden video where I give back just for thanking people for watching me on my live show, putting up with my ugly mug. And what is it? Spot number 4, I think. Yeah, spot number 4 out of 7, giving away some Colorado Paydirt with 1/3 of a gram of gold in it. So let's see. All right, I kind of got my whole. I'm all thrown off being down for 2 hours. So, but Rocky Mountain Prospecting, how's it going? And anyone I miss, I apologize, but thank you for being here. Chris W, thank you for being here. Justin, how's it going? Not being blocked tonight, I'm guessing, Justin. Jason G. So, I mean, that's why I appreciate, you know, doing reviews and people supporting me so I can do them, because I know there's a lot of people out there that would do reviews. And in fact, I know there's people, I've gotten people, you know, I've busted Paydirt reviewers before that literally sent text messages to sellers and told them, hey, if you let me do a review on it and you know, I'll fudge the numbers for you and give you a good review, you know. So I appreciate everyone that does this, because, you know, if there wasn't good reviewers out there, and there are some, you know, the bad reviewers would take over and everyone would be buying the worst Paydirt. Donna, thank you very much, Donna. I appreciate that, Donna. Always way too kind to me, Donna. Way too kind. Charles King. Wesley Hatfield, how's it going? No. Rebel Dog, how's it going? So we're going to talk about, so for this month, for today, right now in this giveaway, this is going to be old school. I've already got all the Paydirts made up. There are wheels lined up, and that's what we're going to be doing, but this is not a Patreon exclusive or anything like that. We're not, you know, this is just randomness. I'm just randomly picking names for random people that I found on a list. So, you know, these are all people who met me at my get-togethers or something, you know. But starting now, for all my October Patreon members, as you all know, if you don't, you need to go check out my Patreon page, my last couple of posts. And I will post again probably at the end of the month or close to the end of the month to remind everyone to look at the posts. That Patreon, you know, closed down my account because they don't like me doing giveaways. They don't mind Jeff Williams doing giveaways, but they don't like me doing giveaways. For whatever reason, they went after me, and I'm fine with that. I'm just, if they say I'm violating their rules, then I will change. I have no problem with that. I would prefer if they, you know, didn't just single me out because I'm ugly, you know. You know, Jeff Williams all purdy with his little skeleton friend. You know, they just go after the ugly dude, you know. But, you know, I don't mind changing, but, you know, now we're going to have to start guessing and stuff like that. And this month will be the trial. And then next month I can fine tune it, make the videos a little bit better. I'm only going to do shorts. I don't want to make a long extended video about it. Maybe in the future in the shorts, I will put a dime in there to help guess, but I don't know. I think people, I won't know. I did give a hint. This month, I did give a hint. So if you're a Patreon member and you haven't guessed already, go guess. You have a full month, though, or you have till the end of the month to guess. And, you know, probably once everyone gets used to this system, I probably won't leave a full month for guessing. I'll probably just make it like 1 week or 2 weeks. Probably next month, I might cut it down to 3 weeks. And then the next month, I'll cut it down to 2 weeks. And the last month, I'll cut it down to 1 week. Because I think everyone only needs 1 week. So what I'll do is like the week before the Patreon show, I will post it. And then when we do the Patreon live show, we'll pull out all the numbers. So that way everyone's not guessing and then second guessing themselves for a full month. But everyone has to get used to the new system, and that'll be it. And I want to make a comment though. I did leave hints on there. A couple people that have told me that they really suck at guessing have gotten pretty close. Now, I don't remember who it was, but I remember seeing something and being like, man, that's really close. So, don't doubt yourself. And then if everyone is getting pretty far away from it, like, let's say I have a 10-gram nugget up there and everyone's guessing 2 pounds, 3 pounds, a half a pound, a quarter pound. I'll put it really close because right now we average about 22, 23 members in each tier. So, I'll just start putting it within a quarter gram, and that way, if you just guess, if you guess 1 gram and the next person will guess 1.1, the next person 1.2, the 25 people will guess, it'll be pretty close. So. Wesley, some people think that they just don't have a chance, and I understand that, but you do. It's totally guess. It's the same thing. You'll start figuring it out. And plus, the more often we do this, the more you'll start seeing, because I am going to use the exact same scale in every single video, the exact same cup. And if you go back and start watching and you say, hey, it filled up a quarter of the cup and it was a gram and now it's full, that's going to be 4 grams. You can just start guessing. And definitely try. The whole thing is you never know. Even if you just said, I'm going to divide in half, I'm going to pick halfway between. That's why I did put a hint up there. And I will say another thing, read the hint. I know somebody already guessed way outside of the hints on one of them. I don't know who it was, but somebody was like, I said like 1 gram to 2 grams and somebody guessed like 5 grams already. So make sure you look at the hint. Probably in the future when I'm doing the videos, I will start saying the hint in the video too. But like I said, this month is just a trial month while we figure it out, like go by these new rules. I didn't have a lot of time to come up with a solution. I didn't want to, just say no one was getting a tier reward this month. I didn't want to do anything like that. So. No, that's awesome, Steven. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I'd appreciate that. I'm good at guessing. Yeah, I suck at guessing, but, that's why I am putting in the hints. And you just never know. You just never know if you're going to be right or not, And we'll see how this works. We're going to do this until the end of the year. Then after the end of the year, it really sucks. I'll try to think of something else, This one is just a way to go. And I know somebody, Culver, made the suggestion that I could just make a second YouTube channel and just randomly give away stuff on that channel that has nothing to do with Patreon. Well, one of the reasons why I do these live shows, because I could just, post on Patreon, hey, you won. The reason I do it in a live show is because every single month with Patreon, you get some people that leave. Their financial situation changes. They don't like me anymore. They're sick of my ugly mug. They've decided to stop prospecting. They've retired and they want better things to do. And they, just aren't going to be watching the channel anymore or doing anything. So every single month I get attrition. I lose 1 or 2 members, 3 or 4 some months. I need new members to take those place every single month. And this is kind of how I advertise it. I don't want to be one of those people that in every single video, I'm just nonstop, like, oh, I have this, I have that, and I don't like to beg or, seem like I'm begging in a video. So I might have to start doing it. I might have to start putting in a Patreon blab every single video. But this was always just my kind of way of doing it. If I didn't say anything, and you'll know, the only time I even say Patreon in any of my videos is if I have a new member join and I give them their shout out. So if I don't get a new member for a whole month, I don't say Patreon one time in any of my videos. And it's only when I do this live show that I'm advertising my Patreon. So if I made a new YouTube channel, the only people that would see it would be my Patreon members. So I wouldn't get any extra, I wouldn't be able to bring in new members. And that's what I kind of do. So probably what I will have to do is just start, promoting my Patreon on my videos. But I will try to keep it short and stuff. I will say, I love Martin. I think he's a great guy. From Golden Paydirt Reviews. He did a video, I guess last month he came out where he had his like jewelry store sweepings. He must have said he had it was I think a 15-minute video. I think he must have said he had a Patreon page 50 times in that 15 minutes. He also said he had a coffee account, whatever that is, like buy me a coffee or something, 50 times. He also said he had a YouTube join account 50 times. I've never heard somebody say how many accounts they had so many times in a 15-minute video. So, but here, hold on. I missed something in chat. Let me see. Let me see. Just maybe whenever. Oh, there you go, Wesley. That's obvious. I thought. Well, I think Weezen called to be that before. Secret Creek Prospecting. How's it going? Mentally Corrupted. Thank you for joining the show. And anyone I missed, thank you for joining the show. And that's it, Justin. I know, spinning the wheel. You know, yeah, no way I could fake that. I mean, it's anything is riggable. It is, this is just this appeases Patreon. And if they close me down, then essentially, because, and I know people say, I did have a few comments about it. People were saying that Patreon was being unfair and stuff like that. Legally, they can't allow it. You cannot promote a website. YouTube doesn't allow it. It's in their terms of service. If you go to any of the other sites, they specifically all say you cannot offer raffles or giveaways, especially for joining, because then you're kind of getting around a raffle law. Like in most states, to run a raffle, you need a license, you need to be bonded, all kinds of things. And one way you could get around it would be just be like, oh, join my Patreon for $5. I get 50 people to join, and then I'm going to give away $150. So legally, I understand what they're saying, and it's just, you just always got to jump through hoops. We got to change up. And I didn't want to just stop. There's a lot of people that do prospecting channels and, Paydirt stuff that have Patreon that give absolutely nothing back. Absolutely nothing. They just take the money and count it as part of their income. I've never wanted to be that way, and I didn't want to have to start doing it. So this is it. I could have just said no more tier rewards, and, Patreon is being, a pain. But I still wanted to give back, so this is just a way to give back. If everyone hates it, then we'll just get rid of tier rewards. Or I will think of something different. One of the things I used to do in the past, I kind of don't want to do this because it was a lot of work, is I used to, if you're an old Patreon member, you'll know, is everyone just got prize. Every single month I would ship, if you were a $10 member, you'd get something copper every single month, and maybe something silver if I could find something silver. The $25 tier every single month got a silver coin. It was usually a, quarter gram round or a half gram round, or, whatever it was, a half ounce round or a quarter ounce round. And they got that every single month. And we might have to go back to that if this doesn't work next year. If people, and it gets close to the year in December, I'll figure it out. And if people want to go to that route, maybe we'll do it. It was just really hard to do last time because you're sending out, I would always try to match. So if I found like, a half ounce Indian head silver coin, I would try to find the same thing in copper for my $10 tier. So, yeah, Patreon helps keep my bag savvy. Yeah, I mean, Patreon really helps. I mean, like I said, if I didn't have Patreon, I would end my show. I just really would. So, I would just, I probably would still post every once in a while, but it wouldn't be anything close to, doing reviews and stuff like that, because it costs a lot of money. I mean, some of the reviews, just to do my Super Bowl, last year my Super Bowl was probably $4,000 just to do the Patreon Super Bowl, something like that. It's crazy. I've already priced it out for this year. And what's that? It's going to be like $3,000 to $4,000 to do, a Patreon Paydirt Super Bowl. So, I appreciate my Patreon members. I love y'all, and I want to give back to y'all. That's the original point of my whole journey was, when I started Patreon, was to give back. So. Which old way, Refotris? The, where everyone got something every month? Or the old way where we do the the wheel. All right, Secret Creek Prospecting, and thank you very much. Package Total, how's it going? Joey Brown, thank you for being here. And everyone, again, if I miss you, I apologize. I'm talking a lot and I can't read and talk, so. So, but I wanted to just, everyone to know that this isn't something I wanted to do. It's just, that's the way it has to be for now. And we're going to do this for the next couple months. And just because I kind of like, once I decided that, I kind of made up the gold piles. I've sorted everything out. I've got the prizes till the end of the year sorted. So, Rebel Dog, yeah. I mean, because that was the original, when I originally did it, when I first started this channel, I mean, I started this channel, 9 years ago? 8 or 9 years ago, something like that. Almost 9 years. And I wasn't the first one to have Patreon. There was 2 other people that started Patreon before me that did Paydirt reviews. And I didn't start one for a year because I just didn't want to take money. I just didn't see how that was, like, how's that fair? Me just taking people's money to put stuff on YouTube that then YouTube, if I make good content, is going to pay me too. Well, I appreciate that, Jason. I mean, I know some people say that, and I know some people would just leave. But, like I said, when I did this, I just didn't feel right taking the money. So I figured, well, I would give back. And one of the ways I would give back was just, if I did enough reviews and I got gold, then I'd sell that gold and I'd buy things. And every single month I sent stuff out to everyone. But it came, that one just became a nightmare because I was selling gold a lot and then buying stuff, and it just made a nightmare for my taxes. So I kind of just got rid of that, because by just giving the gold back was a lot easier, less steps for the IRS. Yeah, no problems, Ken. Yeah, anytime. Just text me. So, but if this doesn't work, maybe next year we'll go back to just monthly prizes. The $5 tier members might not like that, because if I did that, the $5 tier probably wouldn't get a prize. We might have to up it. I might, cause since prices of everything are going up, we might have to go to a $12.50 tier and then a $25 tier. So that way it'd be like half. Yeah. But, I don't know. We'll see. Like this, like I said, this is just a couple months. Somebody is getting something. It might not be you. It might be you. It's simple. You just guess. I put hints in there. So there's, I think, a half-gram disc variance for the $5 tier, a 3/4 gram different or variance in the $10 tier, and then the $25 and $79 tier was, I think, a full gram. So, and if y'all suck at guessing, next month we'll just shrink down that. So, no worries, Trouble One. How's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Jeff, thank you for joining the show. Jeff McKeeman, thank you for joining the show. I didn't even have time to brew my coffee today. I was so running around crazy. So, but again, Metally Corrupted, thank you for joining the show. If I didn't say hi to you, make sure there's a pinned comment above. Make sure you go leave a comment on there. I will be doing drawing later tonight for spot number 4 to win this Colorado bag of Paydirt, this is the stuff that got me in trouble in the first place. They weren't even upset about my Patreon. They were upset that I was doing Tuesday giveaways. Someone that didn't win reported me, I guess. I don't know. I have a hint on who might have reported me, but I've got to do some research on it, But again, I'm not too worried about it. You jump through loops in life. You have to do stuff. I'm jumping through lots of hoops right now because one of my insurance is trying to drop me. Because they say I make too much money. I make way too much money. Yeah, I need them to come pay my bills for me. So I'm just jumping through loops every week. They send me a new letter saying, "Oh, we need you to jump through this loop," and that's it. I'm like a little trick pony, just jumping around. That's how it works. So, but here we go. We're gonna get ready, and again, we're gonna be just. Oh no! I forgot. See, it's so late. I didn't even call my kids. Here, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna text my kids and tell them that I'm not calling them. But Sorry about that. This is what happens when you do a late show. So what we're going to do is we're just going to exchange some names for some prizes today, like the old ways we used to do it. For the novice prospectors, we do have a bag of Paydirt. It's got about 1/8 gram of gold in there. So we have a novice prospector bag of Paydirt. And this is everyone who's a novice prospector that came and hang out with me at the party. That's where we got this from. Then we have the amateur bag that has right around 3/4 gram of gold in it. We have the professional bag of Paydirt, and this is for professional or the crazy old prospectors. And this one has about, 2.4 grams in here, including the nugget right there. That's a 1.1 gram nugget. I got that out of one of the golden Paydirt, or the gold nugget sales bags. I think that one was from the chunky bag. I think that one was the chunky bag. I think that 1.1 came from the chunky bag. And then everyone that showed up for the giant party we had will be entered in for this 1 gram bag of Miller Prospecting Paydirt. What's up, Scott Roberts, JNV Rockhound? Thank you both for being here. Oh, I know. I'm so mad about today. Has just not been my day. So my old coffee maker, the filter on it, I use, it's got like a metal filter in it. It broke. Well, of course, the company doesn't sell just the filter. And it's a proprietary sized filter, so no other coffee maker, filter can use it. And it's not a popular enough brand, I guess, for anyone who haven't sold a knockoff. So I've kind of been like almost duct taping it together to make my coffee every day. And so the other day I was like, I'm just going to buy a new one off of Amazon. So I bought like the Amazon Basic. I was like $30 for a coffee maker. That's what I need. And it comes up, and this thing weighs about 3 ounces, the whole coffee maker. So every time you go to touch something, push something, it wants to fly off the counter and have boiling hot water on you. So I already hate it. And it's only got an on or off button. That's it. You turn it on, it instantly brews your coffee. And if you don't turn it off, it's got a heating element that'll boil your coffee for the next 2 hours. So I guess later today I'm going to be like looking for a new coffee maker. I don't know. I just keep thinking I just need to go get an old French press. And so. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite coffee. Recently I've been drinking Pete's coffee and the Canadian coffee. Whatever, I'm having a brain fart. I can't remember the name of it. So, because I don't keep them in their bags, I put them in this little airtight container. You had a Betamax coffee maker. I essentially did, John Gear, and thank you for joining the show. I essentially had a Betamax coffee maker. It was like a Black & Decker one. Because I'm very particular about, I don't want to use those little K-cups things, but I don't want to brew 10 cups of coffee. I just want to brew like 2 cups of coffee at once. I want it to hold the water in it, and I want it to use paper filters. And finding one that doesn't cost like $300 is ridiculous. So, Pete's, yeah, drinks either Folgers or Maxwell. Tim Hortons, that's it. I could not remember it. Hortons. So I like the Hortons. I just got some Pete's in too to try it. But I only drink decaffeinated coffee, and it's got to be the water drip because the chemicals I use to strip caffeine out of coffee is just a nightmare. And especially since I drink like 2 or 3 cups every day, I don't want to be using the chemicals. So the selection on decaffeinated water coffee is pretty slim, but I do drink caffeinated. If that's what you send me, Refoachers, I will drink it. I just only can drink it in the morning. That'll be my first one. So. Oh, I hate coffee makers in hotel rooms. They are always the worst thing. Goodwill. You have never been in the Goodwill. Yeah. Funny story. So they built this massive Goodwill here. It's been like being built for the last year. And they have, I think, 4 Goodwills around here in this city. And I've been to all of them. And every once in a while I'll go to them to visit. And just they never have anything but clothes. That's it. Clothes. We never get any, a little shelf of books, but no records, nothing good, no real good furniture or anything. It's just essentially clothes. So they say they're building this giant one that's going to end up being a hub. Well, they built it. They just opened it the other, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So my son was with me. And I was like, we're going. And he's like, I don't want to go. And I was like, we're going. It's going to be, giant treasure hunt. Aisles and aisles of clothes. No furniture. It was like two little bitty aisles of like cracked mugs. That was it. And I was like, what? I'm like, no kitchenware, nothing. No, they had a little bitty section of books like this big. They had like 12 books in there. I'm like, this is the hub? I'm like, I could have went to the other ones that were smaller that had more stuff. So Goodwill around here is not good. Ground, please, Refocus. If you need, just you have my email. Just send me an email. But yeah, definitely ground. I don't want to. I can't do the whole. I have a very small kitchen, so I have to have the very fewest appliances possible. And the coffee maker is one of the ones that definitely needs to take up space on my thing. I'm gonna have to get a new coffee maker, but I think I'm gonna go French press. I think I will just have to go get a tea kettle and start French pressing it in the morning. I only drink coffee twice a day, but I drink really big cups of coffee. So. Can. Cowboy coffee. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm just gonna get a French press and it's easy. It's what I used to use when I was young. Goodwill in Japan is a computer store. What? Espresso maker. I can't do espresso. Yeah, that's a problem with coffee going out. You can't go out and get coffee because there's a coffee house 3 blocks from a house. But if I go there, it's $5. Like, I think it's $3.50, and you're gonna tip them the $1.50, so it's $5. It's like, no. I could get a half a bag of coffee for that. That's why I drink decaf. If I drink too much caffeine, like I don't drink sodas or anything like that, because if I drink too much caffeine, I really shake and just my brain gets fried. So, all right, without much further ado, let us we're gonna switch, get rid of the ugly mug. The Black Rifle coffee, I think I had some of that. Somebody sent me some coffee like a couple years ago, and I've had some different coffees, but to me they're all the same. I'm not like a coffee connoisseur. I'm just not. Just like when I was a drunk, it didn't matter what it was. As long as it did its purpose, I was happy. But all right, let me make sure everything is set up. Okay. Let me make sure all the comments are going through for that too. All right, yeah. So, all right, let us go. We're going to start doing the wheel name stuff, get some stuff out of the way. So let's shrink down the ugly mug and let's get rid of the gold because that's not getting given away just yet. So we'll get rid of that so people don't get confused. All right, let's shrink down the ugly mug. And there we go. Miller Prospecting website, the best website. If you ever want anything to know about Paydirt, you go to Miller Prospecting. It's getting close to Christmas. If you have a loved one or a spouse or somebody that likes Paydirt, suggest to them Miller Prospecting. Tell them the top 10. So that way you don't get a bag of golden Paydirt in your stocking this year. You'll get something good. But, all right. Wheel of names. These are all my novice friends. These are all the novice prospectors who met up with me at that party. The party. And this is the Paydirt. You have a chance to win. These are all the names of all the people who showed up. And thank you very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. There is 1/8 of a gram of gold in this Paydirt. We're going to shuffle it up and pick one name. You don't have to be here. We're just going to send it to you when you were at the party. I got everyone's name and address. So, oh, it almost Refocus. It almost paid you back. It was like, oh, he's trying to give coffee. David, congratulations. All right. So we're going to remove that name. And we're going to remove all these names because y'all left the party. Y'all were like, oh, yeah, that was fun, but, you know, we're done. And now we're going to go to all the amateur prospectors who showed up to the shindig and showed me a little bit of skills they had. So, but they didn't find any gold. Even though they were amateurs, they didn't find any gold. So for them, what do we have? We have this bag of Paydirt, the amateur bag of Paydirt. And this one's got 3/4 of a gram of gold in it. So, and again, everyone who was at the party's name is here. I thank you and appreciate you all who showed up. It was a great time. I'm going to shuffle it up some. Pick a name. It's almost rocking. Sean, he's here tonight. Sean McClelland. So I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me at the prospecting shindig. And I will send you this bag of Paydirt because when you were there, you gave me your name and address. All right, let me catch up on chat real quick. Make sure. Justin. Beerman's Prospecting, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Troubled One. Troubled One. Montana Prospectors isn't probably the worst. He does have some guaranteed Paydirt every once in a while, so maybe he got a good deal on it. Felix, you're guaranteed 50% ROI. So, or you're not guaranteed, but you'll get a 50% ROI from Felix, so it's not the worst. Montana, he varies. If you don't get one of his guaranteed bags, you're probably going to get 30, maybe up to 50% ROI. So, and the funny thing is I have like 3 videos on Felix and I think like 4 on Montana Prospector, but what you going to do? Ozark Buck, how's it going, brother? You don't remember a party wheezing? Come on, man. We were all there. But maybe you weren't at that party. That's why. You don't remember that one. Because you weren't at that party. I'll show you the party you were at. Now, this wasn't a party. This was for the professional prospectors and the crazy old prospectors. Remember, this is where we went cave dwelling. This is where we went into a cave. We all hung out in a cave looking for gold. And this is everyone that showed up for that prospecting journey. And see, I see your name right there, Weez, and that means you were there. Maybe you were out of it, though. You did hit your head pretty hard on the roof of the cave. But this is everyone that showed up to that prospecting journey. And we're going to shuffle up all the names. And this one, we'll do this. This bag has about 2.4 grams in it, including the nugget that just flashed up on the screen, which is 1.1. That's the nugget, I think, from the chunky bag. I think that's the bag from the chunky bag, but it might be from the garnets and gold bag. I think it's chunky, though. That I did in a recent video. So let's spin the wheel on this one. We'll shuffle one more time, and bam. Oh, no, it was started on Alan Curie's name. I know. Is it John? I was talking to John today. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, huh? I was going to think he was rigged. No, congratulations to John Coelho. No, he could use his Paydirt. Teach him how to make better Paydirt. So, all right, and that's everyone there. But now everyone that was at these parties, all 3 parties, did enter a door prize, and we're going to be doing that one next. So this is everyone that was at any of the prospecting parties we had, or the shindigs, or whatever it was we had, the cave mining. This is for everyone. This is everyone's name that was there. any of these shindigs I had over the last month. Had 3 of them. And for them, we have the everyone bag. Again, Tuesday tailings. These bags all do have about 6 to 7 ounces of material in them. But this one has a gram of gold in it. So let's shuffle up the names and draw. And let's see who wins this one. Oh, it's almost Stephen LeBlanc. Michael. Is that Michael? Oh, Michael. So congratulations to Michael. He's not here. But, all right. Now, we still do have to do the random comment picker in a minute, so don't run away just yet. But I am going to force y'all to look at my ugly mug in full size, though. So there you go. So thank everyone who came and hung out with me at the prospecting journey this month. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. Next up, vodka sluice. There you go. Rebel dog. Brad Welch, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. D3, Done Do Digging, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. So yeah. So again, and something I want to mention too is the new tier rewards. The way they're going to work is the tier givebacks from future months from this month forward. There's only going to be 1 prize per tier. Now, like I used to have 1 prize per tier, and then we would have an overall prize. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't really keep doing that because the $5 tier, like, you see here, is an eighth a gram of gold. Because they were putting part of their money towards the overall prize. And it would have been pretty easy for them to guess if every single month it was going to be right around an eighth a gram of gold. So I had to put more gold in their pile. So I just decided to put, the gold in everyone's pile. So there's just going to be 1 bag for each Paydirt for each one. And I will say, I keep forgetting it. I forgot to put it in the video. I forgot to put it in the Patreon post. And I've forgotten to say it here. All the gold that everyone's been guessing on this month is high grade or gold. I need to go add this to the Patreon post. But all that gold you're guessing on is high grade or gold. It won't change the weight or anything, really. But so this is all going to be 23 karat gold that you'll be winning if you guess right. So I keep forgetting. That's what all month I've been thinking, like, oh man, this is awesome. They're all going to get some high grade or gold Tuesday tailings. And then I keep forgetting. What's up, John? How's it going? And thank you very much. Way too kind, brother. I appreciate it. You and Donna, thank you very much. So yeah, so you're guessing high grade or gold. Might not change the weight of anything really. I mean, it's not going to make a difference, but it will be 23 karat gold. If you've been wanting some gold nugget sales high grader, this is all at this month. That's why I did all these big bags the other day, and I wanted to compare all the gold nugget sales because that gold is going to be being used for the next couple of months for these things. And, I think next month in November or December, it will be all Australian gold. So, including Australian nugget I got. So, it wasn't in the video because I had to actually buy an Australian nugget. So, I will post that in Patreon later, and I will say, I can't believe I keep forgetting to post it in there, that it's all high grade or gold. So whoever wins, you really want to concentrate on your guess because you want to win this because there's going to be some really nice gold to get. And if you do win it, you want to make sure you save that gold from your other gold because it's, essentially Australian gold, It's some good stuff. So, and before, again, also everyone make sure you go up to the pinned comment. Where's that? Over here. Make sure you go to the pinned comment at the top so you can get a chance tonight to be entered in to win this. This will be spot number 4 of 7 for that Colorado Paydirt. Speaking of gold nugget sales, I really like gold nugget sales, but we don't know. Now, I will say, gold nugget sales is my 2023 Paydirt champion, but the new champion will be crowned. It might be gold nugget sales again for 2024. That is coming up soon. I am going to be doing that really, really soon. So No, this is something on my Patreon. This was just what I gave away. The nugget on the screen is what I gave away for last month. So I should actually get rid of that if I'm going to be talking about guessing stuff. There. No, it's just for if you're a Patreon member of mine, if anyone's a Patreon member, or if anyone wants to support me on Patreon, every month now at the end of the month, I do a contest. That's right. Patreon says I have to call it a contest. I'm doing a guess the weight contest. So if you're a $5 member, then you get to guess on a small pile of gold. If you're a $10 member, you get to guess on a bigger pile of gold. And if you're a $25 member, you get to guess on a really big pile of gold. So that's who's doing the guessing is all my Patreon members. So now, for tonight, for the live show, there's no guessing needing. All you need to do is go to the top of chat. There's a little thing that says Nightbot. It says win spot number 4 of 7 on my upcoming giveaway. If you just click that, there'll be a link to another video. You go to that video, and then you leave a comment. And then at the end of tonight, I'll pick a name, and you'll be on spot number 4. And then on 10/29, I'll be doing a live show, and I'll put everyone's name in a wheel, and someone will win this bag of Paydirt. And this is from Western Minerals. They used to sell Paydirt. They no longer sell Paydirt, but this is a 3rd gram of Paydirt. It's a really good company. I really like them, but there was mulch in your Paydirt today. Which bag, troubled one? And it would depend on which one a bag it is. If it was like, say, the White Horse, I wouldn't be surprised. But, because I know most of his stuff is like Washington Beach sands mixed with something else. So if it's one of his bags that's not named, maybe. But that's crazy. Yeah, I was running late. My power went off at 5:55. My power went off at 5:55. And then when, the company, they text me all their updates. They were like, oh, your power's not going to be restored till 8:30. So I just told everyone to come back at 8. And then we came back at 8. The 3 gram chunky bag. Yeah, see, that's just his own mix. So I wouldn't be surprised with that. That's his own mix. Because he does say in there you might find glass and other things. So... Because isn't that one just the mix of Washington Beach sands and then just material dirt? Like, I think those are the ones that didn't come from an actual active mining place. Oh, good for you, Justin. I always forget that you can't get to the hidden link. Ooh wee, which one, trouble one? Which one? Where's it at? There it is. There it is. That's a big bag too. I need to start telling people if they want to send me a bag from my shelf, they got to use the tiny bags like this. They can't use these monsters. Luckily, I have enough room on my shelf that it's not a problem. So, what's up, Mad Hatter? How's it going, brother? It was just mud. No. But we'll have to see. I think this year there's gonna be some contenders. I think this year is gonna be a much closer championship. So we'll have to see. And Mad Hatter, make sure you go to the pinned comment above and leave a comment. Because in about 5 minutes we're gonna go pull a name. There's no gold in AZ. I don't even know why people go there. It's too hot. There's no water and no gold. So, well, they do have water. It's just being all used on Australian fields to grow wheat that's going to be shipped overseas. I agree. Culver prospecting, he's in my top 10. So, I haven't been messing with my top 10. I've been kind of leaving it alone because I don't want to move things around because I'm going to be starting my championship in probably November. Actually, my championship this year, I'm doing my whole championship in December. So every week, I'm going to have 4 videos in December. I'm going to start getting secret shoppers to buy in December. We'll have the first video, then I'll buy more. Second week, third week, fourth week. We'll have all the championship, the entire championship will all be in December. We're going to go through something like, whatever it is, 20 bags of Paydirt. So I am cutting the championship down this year, though. I'm not going to do 16 teams. We're only going to do 8 teams this year because realistically, there was probably only 8 teams or 8 sellers that had a shot last year. So I refuse to use talk to text. Oh, that sucks. Quicksand. When I was a kid, when we used to live in the woods in Slidell. I tell this story all the time. There used to be 2 things out in the woods. There was a little quicksand pile thing that had a sign that said "Do not go here, quicksand," and old broken refrigerator with one of those doors that would lock you in. So that's, needless to say, that's where we always played, was in the refrigerator and in the quicksand. We tie a rope to a tree and just slowly let ourselves get stuck in there and pull ourselves out. Wonderful things kids do. What's up, Carson, brother? How's it been going? Hopefully everything's been doing good, but I appreciate you. And I appreciate all my Patreon members. I appreciate all my supporters, on just subscribers, people who just randomly watch my videos, and all my lurkers as well. I appreciate everyone who has anything ever popped into one of my shows or watched one of my videos. I appreciate everyone, you know. The reason I keep doing these videos is because people keep watching them. I keep loving Paydirt, and I have Patreon members who support me doing this and things like that. So, you got a buddy who lives in Slidell? I lived in Slidell for a long time, so not a bad town. It's a small little area. You just, you know, good neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods. So I liked it. I miss the South. I miss the food, you know. I didn't miss the flooding. That used to drive me crazy. I'm building Paydirt, so there you go. Keith LeBlanc. I don't know him. I probably knew a couple of LeBlancs, but yeah, it's definitely more fun when you have a rope. So, selling a lot of dream. I just got another dream sluice coming in, so got a new mat from them coming in. So try it out, see how it works, see if I like it. They're just so expensive, man. They're just crazy expensive. So before we got like 2 minutes and we're going to go pull the name. So if you haven't already, make sure to top a pinned comment, Nightbot, win spot number 4. Make sure you go leave a comment. We're going to go pull a name in 2 minutes. But until we do that, Saturday, I do have a video coming out. A video where, I don't want to spoil it, but it's a very big video. This is one that I've been trying to get done for 3-4 years. This is something I've wanted to pan out for a couple of years. I didn't know who I was going to pan out, but I finally got one. Finally get to pan something out, and I'm hopefully get some really good results. I don't know yet. I mean, I kind of know because I know the guaranteed ROI on it was really, really high. So, but I do have a video coming out Saturday. I'm not going to spoil anything about it because, you know, I like to talk, but good video coming out. So, was Saturday your other life? Slidell, your other life? No. When I was drinking and stuff like that, I lived in New Orleans. I actually lived in New Orleans at the time. And then after New Orleans, I moved to California. And then after California, I moved to Slidell. And then I moved here. So, no. When I was drinking and partying all the time, that was in New Orleans. That's pretty much what you do when you're in New Orleans. So, but yeah, Saturday, I do have a video coming out. Next Tuesday, I will be panning out more material from that seller because I really, really do like this seller. And then we'll go another 2 weeks, and then I forget who we're doing then. Oh, and then we're going to start doing, then I've got a 4-way battle after that. So 4 different sellers Paydirt battle. So the next 2 videos are going to be really good videos. Banshee Paydirt. I've never panned any Banshee Paydirt. I mean, I can't pan at the home zoo, which is kind of Banshee Paydirt. But I do have one of her bags on my shelf. So, but I will support her and tell everyone to buy her Paydirt any time of the day. She does more for this community than anybody. Wonderful person, great person, asset to have in this community. She's always doing a ton for everybody. So, all right, let me go pull the link, and then we're going to let me make sure all the comments went through. Yep, all the comments are going through. There we go. We can get rid of the wheel of names. There we go. All right, now let's shrink down the ugly mug again. Oh, wow, what's this Paydirt? This website's pretty cool. Gold Baron Paydirt. Purple gold? Gold Paydirt battle, our premium gold Paydirts. If you haven't watched the premium gold Paydirt video and you buy from Gold Nugget Sales, that's the one to watch. If you want to see purple gold, that's the one to watch. It's too expensive for me to buy, though. That stuff is too crazy expensive. I haven't even looked again. I'm curious to see if his prices went up. But all right, let's go to the random comment picker. Now again, YouTube, its affiliates, nobody has anything to do with this giveaway except for me. This is just me giving back because I like to give back to anyone that's watching my ugly mug on the show, on a live show. So this is to give back for that. But if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat before the end of the show so I know you're actually contributing and hanging out with us during the live show. So if I pull your name, you'll have about 5-10 minutes to post something in the live chat. And let's go. No replies. Who are we rigging it for today? Let's go. 38 comments. Pick a winner. Josh Ortiz. Oh, I don't know if Josh is going to post. Josh texted me, told him he was really busy tonight. I don't know. Happy panning all. Hope all is doing well and staying safe. We're not doing any panning tonight. See? Oh, no. Oh, no, Josh. Oh, no. One of my mods. See, I rigged it for one of my mods, and I don't think we'll have to see. Maybe he will. Maybe he's lurking. Hopefully he's lurking. Oh, he is lurking here. He is lurking. He's lurking. So congratulations, Josh. Josh, you have spot number 4 now. So you will have a 1 in 7 chance to win this. And this, I really like this Paydirt. It's only got 1/3 of a gram of gold in it. But probably when I bought this, it was probably, I think it was $30. So now it's worth like $40. Yeah. But yeah, so Saturday, got a new video coming out Saturday. It's not going to be a premiere. I'm not going to be doing premieres anymore. I was just having a hard time. That's my premieres kind of come out right when my kids are getting hungry and want me to cook and feed them. So I was always trying to like answer in premieres and stuff like that while I was cooking or eating or something like that. So, well, it's a good thing you popped in right then, Ortiz. Dylan is obsessed with those bags. No, there's I'm obsessed with a lot of Paydirts. I will tell you, the one seller that I'm really everyone does it. Everyone's got one vice of something they know that's really bad Paydirt seller, but they still like them. Some people like Felix, but the Gold Rush ones are still mine. I still once a month search on eBay, see who's selling Gold Rush Paydirt. If anyone is selling any of the Gold Rush Paydirts that kind of come in these little burlap bags. And if they weren't so expensive, because the last 2 people that have had them on there both wanted like $60 a bag. And I'm not paying $60 knowing there's $5 worth of gold in there. But if they were reasonable, if they had like $20, $25, I would buy them, knowing I'm still only going to get a 10%, 15% ROI. But just because I want to find one of those bags that has the $100 worth of nuggets in it, the $500. It's the same people that buy those little clay boxes where you can find a gem in them or gold in them. They continuously buy them to find it. So the burlap bags, yes. So But this is Western Minerals. This is from Western Minerals. And they used to be a really good company. They used to charge $30. That was it. The entire time they were in business, they charged $30 for a 1/3 of a gram of gold Paydirt. That was shipped. $30 shipped. Really good Paydirt. It's from Colorado. And, I liked it. I always liked it. I always panned it out every once in a while. Because usually if I was going to do a review on them, I'd have somebody order a couple bags just so I could pan it. That was like my standby. One of my bags that would be sitting around. Paydirt prospecting. I had somebody ask me the other day. Someone was saying, I posted a video. I don't know which video it was. I think it might have been the purple gold or it might have been the gold nugget sales video. But somebody commented in there that they really only liked buying unsearched or, like no guarantee bags of Paydirt. And I told them that. That's what I told them. I said, go get Paydirt prospecting. I think the minimum you'll get. So I know how they make their Paydirt. I kind of know their secret. They kind of make 50% bag, a 75% bag, a 100% bag, a 125% bag. And if you average those all out, it's 75%. But, or somewhere around there. But that's how they do it. They just make a couple bags or they'll make two 50% ROIs, two 75% ROIs, one 100, one 125, one 150. So you're always going to get like a 50% ROI, but you can get an over 100% ROI. I really like Paydirt prospecting. They're one of my favorites. I've done a ton of videos on them. And I really like the fact that, they're relatively cheap. You can get their $30 bags. They have $50 bags, $100 bags, and you can get a lot of dirt too. That's the one thing is I think like what, $50? You get like 6 pounds of dirt from them. I really like Paydirt prospecting. I wish they would do one guaranteed bag. If they would do one guaranteed bag, they would be in my top 10, hands down. I wouldn't even care what it was. Vice was lynch mining, yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's why you should definitely try out Paydirt prospecting then, Ortiz, because, they do sell a smaller, cheaper bags of Paydirt with a lot of material. Because that was the reason that everyone loved the Belmont and the, what was it, Belmont and Superstition. They're 5-pound bags because it was a lot of material for like $25, Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you'll never get a really bad ROI from Paydirt. Usually it's pretty good ROI, just depending on the cheaper the bag, the less your ROI is going to be. But yeah, I definitely, Paydirt prospecting is one of my favorites. And I always recommend them anytime I tell somebody if they don't want a guaranteed bag of Paydirt. Benjamin Garcia, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Yeah, $100, you get 8 pounds. Yeah, that's one good thing about them. You get a lot of material, you get a decent ROI, but you're not going to get the 1.05 grams. You just got no idea. But in the end, you never feel ripped off with them. I don't think I've ever left from Paydirt feeling like ripped off. Most of the time, I felt like I ripped them off. Yeah, I like the gizmos. See the gizmos? That's why I keep the gizmos on the shelf. It was my favorite. So I do have their black label though, because I think that was the one they were really trying to push the most was the black label. Yeah. I like the gizmos better though. But so yeah, Saturday, I've got a big video coming out Saturday. If you want to watch a really good video, a really high, good ROI, Saturday's video. And then next week, we'll be panning out some more of it on Tuesday. Different bag, same seller though. Oh, really? A 500? Oh, wow. Well, if I wasn't so booked up, so maybe if they're still doing that in January, that'll be my January start. Maybe I'll start that in January. Maybe I'll try to get a secret shopper to buy one in January, for January. But so, because in December, all of December is going to be my Paydirt Championship. I already got all my Paydirts for this month, the next month, and half of the Super Bowl. So I'm already all bought up. So you can't see it all because a lot of it's hidden on shelves, so you won't know who's going to be and stuff. So, all right, Jason. All right, I'm going to get out of here as well. I hope everyone has a great week. Don't forget, if you're a Patreon member, make sure you go to Patreon. You have till the end of the month, but guess on whatever tier you're in. Guess on the weight. Make sure you check the hint. I will be updating all the posts in a few minutes or tomorrow that it is all high grade or gold you're picking. So if you win, you'll be getting that much high grade or gold. So I'm gonna have to check them out soon. Yeah. Grand Slam. I always wish they would do a bigger bag, so like a more expensive bag. Because every time I'd go there, I think their highest bag was usually like $100, 120. So it's nice to see them do a really big bag. Thank you very much, Ken, and thank you everyone who showed up today, and thank you to all my Patreon members. Again, I'm gonna have to keep saying this because every week I'm gonna have to say this until everyone gets used to it. But make sure you guess. You have till the end of the month, so don't feel rushed. Just know you have to guess. If you don't guess, you've got no chance of winning. If you say you're not good at guessing, well, if you don't guess, if you don't try, you never will win. So at least try, guess any number. I do have, hints in the description. So if you're a $10 tier, you'll know in between numbers, guess some number in between there. So I guess without looking at the gold, you could do that too. Don't even look. That's why I put it in there. If you know it's from 1/4 gram to 3/4 gram, just pick a number in between there and guess. The worst that can happen is you're wrong. It's the same as with the wheel. Worst thing that can happen is not land on your name. So, but I'm going to get out of here. Thanks everyone. If you're a Patreon member, if you're a $79 tier member, before I say that, if you're a $79 tier member and you're get a guaranteed bag of Paydirt, those will be going out tomorrow. I might drop them off at the post office tonight, but if not, they'll be going in the post office tomorrow night. So, but those are all made up. I made up the Paydirt in the dark while I was waiting for the stuff to come back. So the last 30 minutes of the show. And I do have one $79 tier left. So if anyone wants to become a $79 tier member and guarantee a bag of Paydirt every month and not have to guess, you can always do that. But I'm out of here. Thanks everyone. Dan Duran, thank you very much for popping in at the end of my show. I appreciate it. But thank you everyone. Saturday, big video. This is the one you want to see. Big video. Me making money. Saturday. Next Tuesday, we're going to pan out more from this seller. So thank you all.